Hi, my name is Naguset. In this episode, we're going to be featuring the Aboriginal Student Support Services at both Concordia and McGill, as well as the First Peoples Studies program. And this is...
Indigenous Power!
In order for Indigenous students to excel at university, it's crucial to have the right support. The First Peoples House was created in 1997 to help support Indigenous students at McGill.
What do you think the challenges are for Indigenous students?
I think finding that balance of really trying to succeed in their studies and also make sure that, sort of their social, their personal, their cultural, and all these different aspects of themselves sort of stay in check, and that they can, they're able to focus on their studies and also just be happy while they're here as well and healthy. So I think tomorrow maybe we can go over the full budget and just confirm and just do a check through everything and make sure we're not missing anything. Yep. Just having the space and having students to be able to sort of lean on each other, get advice, learn from one another, not feel so alone. I think that's the biggest thing. It's easy to feel isolated on campus, and so that's kind of what we're trying to help with.
So do you think that makes a difference in terms of your education coming to a center like this?
Yeah, absolutely, especially because I'm not from here. I'm from Vancouver, so to come out here and not know anybody, but to already have them reaching out to me made a huge difference.
Our aim is to really try to support students from before they even get here, before they apply. So we do dedicated outreach. We organize an orientation specifically for them. We subsidize, offer all the academic support, so tutoring, writing support, dedicated advising should they need some advice with any of their academic course requirements. Social support. So a big thing about our big thing is creating a sense of community here and creating a network, creating a sense of belonging on campus is kind of what we're doing.
I get lots of emails from them regarding different opportunities that there are, conferences, workshops, and resources that are available here.
So what have you partaken in?
I'd say the biggest one was the sponsorship for tutoring, which is amazing, and also they have a time management tutor who comes in, so they'll help you figure out your timetable and plan your study schedule so that you're not cramming to the last second for different exams.
Cool, so what's still dancing? They're doing the movie of Matt Smiley.
One thing that's new since last year is that we now have an Indigenous prof. We have an Indigenous Studies minor, which we're hoping, is created into an Indigenous major and program. So that's definitely something new that I would like to highlight. Our students are really diverse in terms of where they're coming from, what kind of experiences they have, also the knowledge they have about being Indigenous and whatever nation they come from, right? And so I think we're offering a safe space for them to explore that and reconnect with that, and also have that culture sort of be revitalized.
First Peoples House coordinates a diverse powwow for all students, as well as the community members of Montreal.
I want to know, how is this powwow?
Fabulous. It was awesome. Couldn't ask for a better day. Awesome people, new, old. It's just an amazing day, hearing lots of positive comments from our visitors.
This is the way to do a powwow and have all the different groups within Canada and the United States come and participate. So big hand for Nina and my Beautiful. This powwow today was extraordinary. We had a lot of fun. As you can see, the crowd was into it, the dancers, the singers. So, you know, as an arena director, you couldn't ask for anything more.
Because I'm hearing from people that this is the biggest powwow.
I think so, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger every year.
2004 was the first time I came, and it was very small. All it was a few dancers, a few singers, and you know, we kind of tried to do, they called it a powwow, but we called it kind of a social because it was so small. Now, this year and like the last 5 years, it's really evolving where it is actually a traditional powwow because you have more dancers, you have, you know, a couple of drums, and you have all these spectators. That's what a powwow is all about.
Do you think it's important that McGill has a powwow?
Yes, I believe that every school should be having powwows, partly because we are in charge of our language now, our songs, our drums, our ceremonies, our style of dance. We're no longer outlawed. I was just explaining that to a lady there because she didn't even know that it was against the law in the 70s and the 60s and the 50s and the 40s, that we are empowered enough to know our traditions, know our songs, know our relations to the territory.
It's all nations of a powwow. So I think having it on the McGill campus is pretty incredible to show some of the students. I met a person from Pakistan and Japan, and they're really excited about having this. So I'm very happy to be here.
It's important for Indigenous people to show up at the Powwow on campus because it shows strength, it shows unification, and for other people to see what all the cultures are, what all the different cultures are from nations. There is not just one, and it's not just being Native. There's different nations, there are different cultures.
Numerous craftspeople and vendors attend to showcase their culture and their gifts.
And what's your newest product?
Our tobacco soap.
What's that?
Yeah, we have only 2 bars left, but it's a new soap, and we do carry a line of soaps, cedar, sweetgrass, and sage. And then people have recently been asking for tobacco, which was already on my line of like new products.
Really?
Too.
Celui-ci, c'est vraiment un T-shirt super important pour moi parce que je l'ai fait pour commémorer le 25e anniversaire de la crise d'Oka. Donc avec le slogan, la devise du Québec, je me souviens, parce que je pense que c'est important de se souvenir de ce genre d'événements-là qui ont marqué. Il y en a un qui est plus drôle un peu, celui-là, le powwow, le cowboy qui dit « pow », l'Indien qui répond « wow ».
Do you think it's important to have a powwow in the middle of the city?
Yeah, I think so, because there are a lot of people who don't get out of the city, so they're not quite aware that there's Indigenous people not that far away from them. And a lot of them will be surprised when we tell them that our business and community is like really a 10 or 15-minute drive away.
Can you tell me why you come to this powwow?
Oh, McGill is one of the fun ones. We do many, many powwows in the year, and this is one of the enthusiastic ones. We go to a lot of universities everywhere, Canada and USA. The kids are international here, they're sophisticated, they're highly communicative, they're very curious, so we have the best conversations all day long.
A powwow at McGill University, I think it shows a great presence in Montreal City. It's important to enlight this presence, this native presence that we don't always see in urban settings.
When I was a student here back in the 70s, the late 70s, we didn't have this. You know, you were a lone identity, you know, and you had more Anglophones, you had more Francophones, and there was no Indianophones, you know, if you want to call it that, you know. So, you know, coming back here as a native person in this time, it brings a total identity. I'm sure other natives that are here going to school will come and they'll feel like, wow, this is really good. I feel like I'm at home.
The highlight of the powwow is the performance tent. You can find various styles of dancers and singers, and everyone is encouraged to participate in the intertribal dance.
Something changes when that powwow jump starts, you know? Someone takes over your body. For me anyways, personally, I can't even tell you what I did during when I danced, you know? So when I'm dancing, I feel hot afterwards, but not during the actual dance.
We have dance groups from Ganawage, several of them, one from the city as well. We had a Métis Fire Prairie Dance group. They did some jigging and social dancing.
That's new though, eh?
Yeah, that's new.
Okay.
That's new. They got everyone dancing, and that was really fun. We had different hoop dancers this year, and Inuit throat singing, and of course, you know, all of the intertribals and all the kids' spot dances.
Can you tell me a little bit about dancing and how long you've been dancing?
I dance women's traditional, and I've been dancing on and off for probably 15 years.
Wow.
My child, he dances too. He's a grass dancer and a hoop dancer.
It's wonderful to see so many different nations, so many different people, men, women, children, Ray, everyone is out there.
I wore my shawl, and I was very, very happy to dance and just to show my pride that I am Maliseet, and to just express myself and wear my moccasins and just, you know, not have to worry about being judged about who I am. It's wonderful. It's great, and I really did enjoy dancing.
All right, give a round of applause to Red Tail Spirit Singer. Hold on. We have a whistle blown.
Many Indigenous community organizations attend to share their resources and their services.
Personally, I work with young Indigenous women, so I think it's a good place to try to meet them and reach out to them, show what kind of activities we're doing, what Quebec Native is doing.
As urban Aboriginals, we just basically are invited here by McGill, and to also showcase that there is an alternative university that is offering Aboriginal services. So we are here to sort of, you know, let students know that, you know, we are also around, and there's a choice, and we want to sort of recruit more Aboriginal students to the center.
That's how you do it. Make some noise, ladies and
gentlemen. Hi, Nakset.
Hi.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Student Resource Center at Concordia University. I'm going to give you a quick tour.
All right, thank you.
Aboriginal Student Resource Center is Concordia Student Support Services for Indigenous students.
This is the computer lab. This is probably the most populated space in the Aboriginal Student Resource Center, because you're going to find a lot of people studying. You know, some people are just relaxing, other people are writing papers. It's the end of the semester, people are pulling their hair out.
I'm Nadine Montour, and I'm from Ganawage. I'm from the Mohawk Nation, and I am the coordinator of the Aboriginal Student Resource Center here at Concordia. We need to have our own community amongst the large community of Concordia. Students normally, whether they're starting from recruitment to when they're here, this is their first place that they come.
This is the sash that we give to all of our Aboriginal graduates as they finish here at Concordia University.
We do recruitment and outreach, which means prospective students coming in. And then our main responsibility are the current students here.
So the next place I'm going to take you to is the lounge, which is the area where students relax and they eat, and they do their studying, and we have some really great conversations as well. And it's also where we host a lot of our events. And so the great thing about the center is, of course, we have free coffee, which is extremely popular amongst students especially. We have all this comfortable seating. We can sometimes even find people in here napping, which is great because it means that they feel comfortable enough to just kind of let loose loose and relax.
One of the main goals of the Aboriginal Student Resource Centre is to help students succeed in their studies. They accomplish this by offering an assortment of services.
Here at the Resource Center, we have a student mentor. Okay, her name is Cheryl Lahash. She's new. We just created this position in the spring. Where we were lacking was having someone to assist us in student retention. So we needed help with very student-focused activity and assistance in helping students register for courses, helping them get their papers and research organized. September basically was meeting with all of the new students, getting them organized. Now she's doing info sessions.
Can you tell me a little bit about the Native community here at Concordia?
Sure. Well, I mean, the Aboriginal Student Resource Center is great because it's sort of like a spot where we all come, we all like stop by. I don't know if it's the snacks, the services, the computer lab, the free printing, but it seems to like attract a lot of my fellow Aboriginal people. So oftentimes I'll come here and it's sort of set up in a situation where it's like instant friendship because they're your Aboriginal comrades. It's really great. I like when I go to a classroom, I'll sort of like scan the room for like other Aboriginal students, and I'm blessed because my geology class actually has 2 others, so right away we're like a study group, you know what I mean? We're there for each other. So like even if we don't know each other's name, honestly, like because there's not that many Aboriginal people here at Concordia, when we find each other, it's instant friendship.
What nation are you?
Half Cowichan and quarter, half Carrier and a quarter Cowichan and British.
What are you studying at Concordia?
I'm studying painting and drawing.
Okay. How long have you been here?
A month.
Where were you living?
In BC, Cowichan Valley, represent.
Have you ever used any of the additional services like Morningstar or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Morningstar is awesome.
One of the most popular and in-demand services is the resident elder, Morningstar.
When I came here from Saskatchewan, I was coming from an educational background that was not great. So when I came here to Concordia, I wasn't like a stable student. I didn't know how to write essays. I didn't know how to do basically any of that. So like Morningstar was definitely like there for me because a lot of it was really emotional. I was experiencing like failures in this class, failures in that class. I was feeling like a failure.
I think it makes a difference that there's an elder on campus and then we can offer teachings and counseling and help because at times the students are from far and they do not have family here or they just feel overwhelmed by life. So they can come here and talk, and it's a safe place. And I do not carry words out into the world, what they say here as gossip. So they feel safe, they feel at ease.
She works with our current students, but she also works with anyone at Concordia, so she can work with other students, faculty, staff, and she gets a lot of walk-ins.
If it weren't for the services here, I don't know if I would have got over that rough patch. I don't know if I would have wanted to continue. A lot of students drop out, and retention is really important.
And I help them to focus on their dreams and their goals, and I work hard to inspire them to stay in the academic life.
Two years ago, Concordia University created the first People Studies program. It offers a 42-credit major under the Faculty of Arts and Science. Professor Llewellyn White and Professor Elizabeth Fast are teachers in the program.
I started here at Concordia in 2010 when the program first started as a minor.
And since then, we now offer a major in First Peoples Studies, so students can come and get a bachelor's degree.
It's a very interdisciplinary program, so there's courses around Indigenous histories, politics, languages, culture, contemporary social issues, education. So it's a very broad program that gives students a really solid understanding. Both Indigenous and non-Indigenous students are in the program.
Especially our Aboriginal students really want to work with their own communities. And they might work in education, they might work with in government, they might work in social services, and non-Aboriginal students may do the same as allies.
I'm so pleased to welcome Vicki. Vicki, I know because we were both on the board of the Native Women's Shelter of Montreal, and she's actively involved in the Montreal urban Indigenous community, and she's Métis Cree, and I'm going to let her continue to introduce herself. So welcome, Vicki. Thanks for coming.
Why do you think it's important to have a First People Studies program?
We don't know enough. University students, the general public, doesn't know enough about First Peoples' histories and contemporary social, political issues. And so it's a vital program for a university, especially a university such as Concordia, which has been known for their focus on social justice issues. It's important for Aboriginal students to be able to go there. A lot of them go there because they've been disconnected from their identities and want to know more. And for non-Aboriginal students that want to become allies, that want to better understand ethical ways of working with and for Indigenous peoples, it's an extremely important program.
Does anyone have a painting, a drawing by Norval Morrison? Yeah, you do? A print? Yeah.
Part of the reason behind the emergence of the field of Native studies, Indigenous studies, First People studies, is because historically we have been studied by anthropologists and historians and other disciplines. So it was about time that we created our own program so that we could teach from within and teach from an Indigenous perspective.
The program is well attended, and the students come from all different cultures, both Indigenous and non-Indigenous.
We're fairly new, and it takes a long time to establish a program, and we're working on outreach and recruiting students and also trying to keep students in the program. And it's become very popular. We have a lot of students that are very excited about the program and stick with it. So we're really trying to get the word out about the program so that we can build the program and grow as a program, because right now there's just 2 full-time faculty.
In order for Indigenous students to succeed in university, we need services that are both supportive, holistic, and culturally appropriate. McGill and Concordia University have demonstrated great leadership and commitment to Indigenous youth. A huge thank you, Nyawagoa, to all who participated in this very important episode.
Thanks for watching Indigenous Power. For more information, you can go to our website at indigenouspower.ca. Keep watching for more episodes.